Yo, what is up? What's been happening? Welcome back to another episode of Those Guarded. Tonight we're working on the S14. We are so excited to be working on the S14 tonight. Nathan, what are we doing?
Well, we have no service history or any kind of history of this car whatsoever.
Like
all we know,
every Datsun.
like every Datsun, all we know is a Silvia, it's rear wheel drive, and it needs some love. So, shout out to Super Cheap Auto and Penrite. We've got a bunch of stuff here
Legends.
to give it a good service, some new
Love
filters, new fluids. That just fell down, and it's gonna be a good one. So, let's get into it.
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get some engine flush in the engine. We're gonna go for a bit of a drive, get the old whatever is in there out of it, and put some new stuff in. It's gonna be great. Probably the most love this S14 has ever gotten, Nathan. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Let's go for a drive.
Let's warm this puppy up, yo.
There's a lot of unhealthy noises coming from that car.
Just to give you guys a bit of an update, I still got my E36. My E30 is getting repaired. JD's still got his Skyline, which is beautiful. He's now bought a Silvia. He's still got his slammed Audi, which he dailies. But the Slam Wagon is gone. It went a while ago, and we didn't really fill people in very well, so it's gone. Okay, JD wants to go. Bro, isn't your mum sleeping?
No, she's wide awake watching a movie.
Ah, sweet as.
Temperature control and everything, Nathan. A comfortable 21 for you today?
Yeah, more of a 22 kind of guy.
Nathan, for the first time ever, driving the S14.
Yes.
This is exciting, Nathan.
So far, your wheel alignment's out. That's pretty bad.
Nah, bro, it's perfect.
Other than that, it's so cool.
Do you reckon Auto Stance will fix that for me?
Oh, absolutely. Auto Stance is your place to go, your one-stop shop.
I'm so excited about this.
Christmas, Nathan.
It is the TP12, and let me show. I'm so hyped because there's nothing worse than working on a car. Oh gosh, look, JD. I'm stuck.
I'm not gonna put that on camera, Nathan.
As I was saying, there is nothing worse than working on a car without good lighting. Boom! Look at that. That's lit, fam.
Do you want a rag?
Yes, please.
Too bad, I don't have one.
That sucks.
JD's having a wonderful time trying to get the tight oil filter off the engine while it is still very hot. Bro, guns, gee, look at those. Ooh, snap. Look at those, massive, bro. Who are you, bro? You don't even gym. Ooh, snap,
get this out,
bro.
man.
Bro, you just drink protein shakes all day, press ups all night. Jeepers, man, those triceps, dog.
Oh, JD has done it, everybody. And he's caught all the oil in the pan.
It's like a muffin.
It's nothing like a muffin.
Nah.
It's got self-sourcing pudding though.
Okay, I can't get this off.
Yeah, it's got child-proof. Come here, bro.
Child lock.
Trust me.
No, I can do it.
No, you.
As we can see, Nathan, over here we have the AFM, and well, someone before me has decided to attach it to who knows what, and it is actually just it's just in there. And just what are we doing with our life, Nathan? What are we doing with our life? Just stop. Just Nathan, just stop.
Take it out.
I'm trying to.
Take it out. We don't want that in there.
I know we don't.
It's not meant to be there.
They've used this adapter which I don't know, and they decided to make it a little bit thicker with tape. And I don't know who does this. We're gonna try and make this work. We're gonna make this AFM run where it's supposed to run. We're gonna unclip it and make this cable run where it's supposed to go. The only dilemma that we have, Nathan, is that, well, we have this pipe that Heino gave us. Heino, you're the man if you're watching this. Unfortunately, it's not the pipe that extends that out to that side of the car. It is the same as that one that goes into the intake plenum. So we're gonna use it, try and make it work. I know there's a hole on the side, so we're gonna cover that up and get it running.
JD,
Huh?
forgetting something.
I'm just trying to take the tape off, Nathan.
The pod filter!
Tape off, Nathan. Who put this tape on
Lost
here?
50
Nathan,
horsepower.
this is not fun. This is not fun at all anymore. We were having fun, but now we're not having fun anymore. You know when you have a roll of tape, Nathan, and you can't find the start? That's the dilemma I'm going through right now. But I found it! Let's see how much tape is actually on here.
How much tape is on there, bro?
I reckon I just need to, like...
You get a whole roll, you should save that.
It's still going. What is going on, man?
I'm running out of memory on my memory card. Must be breakfast time.
God.
Well done. You peeled tape off a thing.
That was intense, Nathan.
That's our problem. There's no air filter. And so, between us, pretty much just JD, has come up with all these parts. You see, we've got the old air filter, we've got the new one, and we've got all these different attachments and fittings and brackets and hose clamps and airflow sensors. And now JD is going to attempt at putting this puzzle together to create something that will work with no vacuum leaks.
Alright everybody, may the puzzle start.
Get it, Nathan. This is exciting.
That is very exciting, and I think we may have created exactly what we need.
JD, I'd just like to remind you that I pretty much put that whole thing together.
I believe you, Nathan.
And if it wasn't for me, I don't know how you would have done it.
So right now we can see that this will give us a good indication on where to put the bracket. That's actually going to be a perfect fit, Nathan.
That's mean. And JD has taped up that little hole where that little pipe was sticking out of. Dude, that's so mean. You used Silvia parts from the other side to mount this, and it's worked out really well for you.
So JD has geniusly hooked up this pod filter assembly here, which is really, really good.
Don't lean on it too much.
We've got this universal bracket that we're going to modify to mount this so that it's not wiggling around. So there's a little bolt here sticking out, and that would have been from the factory airbox, and we're going to bend this around so that it mounts there and then mounts up to the mass airflow sensor up here. So should be able to make that work. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Looks amazing. Here it is. Here's the finished product. So we've used this part here on here, and it's worked out really well for us. We've put that universal bracket down there, which is holding it in quite nicely, quite firmly. Over here we put an extra piece of rubber from another pod filter there to keep it nice and sealed. And yeah, it looks really good. I don't think it's going anywhere. And now that's all sealed and ready to go. So we're gonna move on to replacing the fuel filter. This is often something that never ever gets done. so we want to make sure that it is done since we're servicing the car. So that's real easy on this car, it's right here. I'm super jealous. On an E36 underneath the car, it's still pretty easy.
Because Japanese is better, Nathan. You will all know that.
It's not.
You know it, we all know it.
Not better.
I said you and we at the same time.
We'll find out on Drift Day. How about that? How about that?
Oh!
Yeah.
You know, before Nathan started his job, he was saying, "Oh, the easy as, mate.
Mate.
It'll just take 2 minutes." Gotta take it off, mate.
I'm trying to take it off, mate. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm actually getting a waft of gasoline right now and I'm feeling a bit spacey. It's that time of night for a brand new fuel filter. All jokes aside, it's really important to make sure you've got your fuel filter around the right way. There's an arrow,
really important.
And this one says out, and then on the other side it probably says in. Oh gosh, I'm spilling fuel everywhere.
Can you stop spilling fuel everywhere, Nathan?
Okay. And you want to make sure that you're pushing it right on, because you don't want fuel leaking in your engine bay, because fuel's flammable and your engine has flames inside of it.
This is not helping anyone.
So we've got some new spark plugs, don't we, JD?
Absolutely, Nathan.
They are NGK Iridium, the goods.
I'll let your boy.
So we are going to replace them today. We've got no idea what these ones are like. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that just changed the whole course of this video. And the
Wow.
Ooh, you right, Matt?
Yeah.
Well, you got it out, which is good. But we definitely need new spark plug leads. What do we do now?
I don't know, Nathan.
Should we put the plugs in anyway?
Yeah. Well, here we are. It's another night. We're back in my place. We're going to be working on the Silvia. Last night we snapped 2 of these spark plug leads. These coils were actually so tight onto the spark plugs that as we went to go pull out the plugs, well, Nathan, they just snapped and they kind of pulled out.
Yeah, to be fair, we probably shouldn't have grabbed it by the wire, but
Nah,
is
not
what
good.
it is.
Anyway, we've got some new ones here. We're going to be putting these in. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but we're going to try and make it work and just make it run for a temporary solution. The first thing we're going to do is take out the old spark plugs. That's the job that we were going to start on last night, but we just got so sad that we just didn't do it.
What do they look like, bro?
That's why she's spitting twink. Yeah, I think it's about time we replace those.
Bro, there's literally, I'm just trying to focus that, there's corrosion around the top of it. JD is putting the iridium spark plugs in. Your engine bay is looking quite cool. I'm just saying,
Wow.
you've got a brand new fuel filter there, there's brand new oil in the engine, and new oil filter. You got this whole little snaky thing going on with a pod filter at the end, new spark plugs, couple of new leads.
It's coming together, Nathan, for sure, and it's going to be a car that's going to be able to work the way that we want it to work really soon. So we're going to hook up all the rest of the leads and then go for a bit of a drive.
Now we're just working out where each spark plug lead goes. So on the distributor, we've got little numbers. You can see there's a 2 there, and there's another, the 4, and so you basically just line them up, whichever number goes to whichever cylinder. So it's 1 to 4, pretty straightforward. And if you're not sure, the longest one goes the furthest away, and the shortest one goes the closest normally.
I can hear a slight little rattle, and I think that might be from a pulley. But we'll look into that a little bit later on. But other than that, I'm excited.
The actual motor sounds way better.
Way better.
Let's take it for a drive.
See how she drives. Let's go.
Car's driving way better, and you can definitely hear the pod filter. It's so loud.
It sounds mean.
Bro, I feel
that's
like
no exhaust either.
that's amazing. I feel like I'm 15 again, bro. Pod filter sounds are the best.
Dude, and you're like not even going fast and you can still hear it.
That's amazing.
So cool.
The Silvia running better than it has ever done before, and well, Nathan, that's just thanks to a service and a bit of time.
Absolutely. They say the best thing you can do for an engine is to change its oil regularly, and it's stuff like that I agree with. Honestly, new oil, new filters, new plugs. This thing is running mint. And before it was running very, very rough, and that has got something to do with the mass airflow sensor being
Tape holding on there.
yeah, it was not on properly. But all things aside, it really does run so much better now, which is very, very exciting.
A couple of things still to fix up, like getting some spark plug leads. They'll just tidy up that engine bay just a little bit better. At the moment, it's just a temporary fix, but we'll get onto that. But Nathan, that means we can move on to more exciting things.
Yes, like more pod filter noises. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is a long-term build. It's obviously just going to happen as we can do it. This is not our full-time job, so, you know, we got to work hard so we can play hard. I'm sure you can understand, but please join us along this journey. This is going to be such an awesome drift car one day. And yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram and hit that sub button. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace out. We've got some chocolate cake after this, Nathan.
Ooh.
Brilliant. Alright, ready? Let's go. It's preposterous, Nathan, if you ask me.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't even know if people really care about our opinion.
Probably not.